Hello. How is everyone? Welcome in, Mac, Willow, Baron, Winter, Al. Hope you are all doing well tonight. Yeah, that's right. Chop down a tree. Okay. Let me pull up my big list. Okay. The list of things. Change the filters on this. That. And then take out that. Okay, here's our remaining list here of 23 things on the list. Significant. So quiet.
So was it better?
All I need to do here, I need to add I thought I already had like a compressor on here, but that's maybe not doing it. Filters. Oh, I don't have a compressor on here. Well, let's see if that's. Hang on. Does that help? Does that help? Is that better? Okay, hang on. So here's far away and close. And now here's far away without the compressor and close with the compressor. That didn't seem like it did anything. Was that anything? Who knows? Maybe. Is this better, worse? Output gain. If I bring it up a little bit. Hello. Maybe that. Let's just leave it like that. See if that's any good. They sound the same. That makes sense because they look the same on the little thing. But I'm just barely tapping the red. I'm not completely blowing out the mic or anything, but this seems like about the place I want it to be. Usually. Well, yeah, now it's great because I'm getting really, really close to the microphone. I guess what I could do is lift it up just a little bit more and just make sure I'm leaning forward directly into the microphone for optimal volume. Okay, so I have added a whole new room. I've added a whole new room to the game that takes place between the room where you grow the flowers and the room where the big waterfall is with the maze. I added a new room specifically to introduce status effects, to tutorialize it somewhat. And it includes some fun new stuff, which I think turned out pretty nice. Let's go into room F and take a look. So one thing to note is that I am playing around now with being able to move while spinning, because now that there's like things that you want to kind of chop, it just kind of feels more fun that way. Also, I found another bug that if you start the cinematic while you're in motion, you keep your momentum. And so if you are moving down when you hit this spigot, you'll just keep moving down throughout this cutscene, and it's very silly. So I've patched that. I love the way the flower petals move. That turned out so nice. I'm glad we redid those. It looks so much nicer. Also, I've been adding the ability to like smack trees and bushes and actually get items from them. So here's the new room. And look at this. Very necessary. Exactly, and I added an outside source. So now we have this fade out effect, but only for certain objects that I specify get them. Mostly because there is a little bit of processing that has to be done to do this. I have to like watch the camera position every frame and see if it's close enough or far enough. So the background trees don't ever get this. It's only these specific trees that you can walk behind. And I've been very careful in almost the entire game to make sure you're never behind a tree. But now I intentionally wanted an area that was more of a thick forest. Additionally, we have mud puddles are now, they actually have a hitbox and slow you down and make a little sticky when you try to jump in them. You can't jump very high. So that's fun. And then pro tip for all you gamers, there's a treasure in that tree. Don't tell anyone that I told you that. Now, if you don't get the treasure, I think it will stay... No, okay, hang on. All right, yeah. You can have it. You can have it. Uh-oh. You can have it. Uh-oh. That's why we test. And I left this as a potential area to expand later in the game. Just like these big boulders in the way. It's like a, what's going on there? What's the deal with that? What's going on? What's going on? And this whole area is very similar to, you know that part in Super Mario World with the sunken ship with all the ghosts? This is basically that. And because you're slowed down in the mud, it's kind of neat that you have to like think about where you're going to be, and then you get to this area. So we just inserted a new area. Also, I don't know if anybody noticed, but we added a loading gear in the bottom right. My mouse isn't being captured anymore. That's fun. Why? There we go. We got a little loading gear. I don't know if there's a way to keep it spinning smoothly or not. I think that's a threading thing. I'm not going to explain threading, but I think that's why it stops, is because like all of the processing power is being used to load the next scene. It's set to be just a smooth animation, but it stops whenever I start loading the new scene. And then as soon as the new scene is loaded, it starts spinning again. Threads and ings. Exactly. Okay, let's deal with the tree. Let's deal with the elephant in the room. This tree. All right, so the code here for this tree is the interact. The loot spawning. Treasure state. Oh no, we never set that, do we? Oh. So I guess after I spawn the treasure, I need to make sure... Let's see here. After spawn, it would be really easy to say once you spawn the treasure, you can't get it anymore. But should I leave room for the case of if you spawn it but don't grab it? You know? And that is important for oh my gosh. I gotta go. I'll be right back. Nobody let me forget what I was doing. It was a significant investment of time and effort. It's even the right Dobbs head proportions. The pixels are all there. Every last one. Lovingly positioned. Trying not to catch that ceiling as much. Alright, that one's kind of free. That jump, so I don't need to be super worried about that one. Oh, that was much cleaner. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he is.
Oh, yeah, rip Francis. Leave him. He's dead. He's dead. He startled the witch.
Oh, Carl!
Yeah, I was right behind you, so we both got hit with that card.
Ooh!
Oh, no!
Ooh!
Dobbs.
Pills.
We're in a situation.
This does seem like a situation to me.
We got hard.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about that.
Oh, no!
Pew 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 pew. Hey, good job, guys. We did it. Super spicy. All right, let him go down. I'm back.
On tonight's exciting episode of Dobbs Works, Tree Punching.
V, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Raid and Dash. All right. Have a good one. Best of luck. Hope you enjoyed your deving tonight. Okay, so the current issue is when an object spawns a treasure, there's a chance that it is a must get to progress kind of thing, or needed for 100% or something like that. Thanks, V. Hey, Bach, welcome in. So if an item is dropped but not picked up, we do not want to set the flag that would make it not respawn. So what we're gonna do is, it's an item on field object. We're gonna add some kind of signal that we can listen to. Gosh, how do we use signals again in this? So we declare the signal on the object, and then whenever it's time, we emit the signal. So we can grab a signal on item elected. Is it? Yeah, okay. And then down here, there's touching, grabbed right here. Item on collected.emit. Okay, so that's going to create a signal that we can actually connect something else to. As an example, on reveal prize, it looks like you connect it to a callable function. So we're gonna say wobble interact. We have our item on field. Item seen right there. We're going to take the item drop, and then the signal is on item collected, and we're going to connect that to On item collected. Like that. So it connects it to the Lambda function. Do we want this to also have one of those scenes, maybe? Because we could do the same with this. It has an on collect in kind of a different way. These are very different in that you can't collect these are your star pieces, like in Thousand Year Door. There is a set number of them in the world, and once you collect one, you can never collect that one again. So this setup already handles it, but it would be nice to also have this connected in the same way that this is on item collect. That so that both of these emit on item collected. So that means we can do these for both of these. And then when you collect the item, we will can spawn treasure. We will scene manager set flag of treasure state. Set state flag of treasure state to 1. Fuck! All right, I think that will work. So let's try this again. Oh, actually, you know what? There's one other thing. And that is we don't want to spawn treasure. Can spawn treasure. It should be that if you have spawned it on this scene, has spawned since scene load. Once you spawn it, we should no longer allow it to respawn at all. So I've got one setup on this that is a restock thing. Treasure key does not equal. How does that work? And some of you may have found it. Interact zone. Treasure key has value. Treasure spawn. Treasure state is the one we're interested in. Treasure state. Okay, yeah, we have to actually have a treasure state. So this only happens if treasure state, the state flag, has a value. All right, there we go. So now it should be possible to spawn it, not collect it. Okay, so now it will not respawn. It's already on the ground, so it doesn't need to do it again. So I leave and come back. Which Zelda is that from? Like most of them? Just come back. It still spawns. This time I grab it. Now I leave and come back. And now it should not spawn. Got it. Got it in one. All right. Cool, that's fixed. Well, see, that's fine because that was a bug I introduced and fixed before saying that that's the new version. So that's good. Let's get GitHub up. Working on some prologue rooms because we need to get the prologue done for the real Steam demo. Okay. All right. With this room, the main thing I want to do is have you learn about status effects. So this sign kind of just jabbers about status effects in brief. All it really talks about is, hey, status effects exist. They have a potency. They have a duration. You can always try to run away. That's it. That's all. That's really all the sign says. And you can learn more in Drainpipe, which we haven't built a place yet for that, for the, I call it the Status Effect Research Foundation. But what I do want in here is I would really, really like the item that drops out of this tree to be a new type of item. One that can remove status effects. A status effect cleanser or self status effects. How is it going to work? My notes say that the idea here is that it's going to remove 3 potency worth of status effects. So that's going to be looking at my notes, trying to find it in my notes. Do I have it in my notes? I don't have it in these notes. I've got it in these notes, I bet. Okay. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's okay. Clinton status effect, reduce all effect potencies by 3. That's the idea. So I guess this is that Mudfield be pigs bob up and down to a musical number. So true, I suppose. I'm trying not to let the I'm trying not to pack too much stuff in. I want some regular old rooms. Not every room needs a gimmick. That said, dancing pigs sounds pretty nice. So we're gonna have a new item. So what's the theming of this item gonna be? This is like it cleans status effects. So we've already got the defense scrubber. So the idea is that this will, like, let's say you have stuck as a status effect, or poison, or freeze, or paralysis, or burning, or whatever other status effects we come up with. They will all be removed. Are there some status effects that are exempt? Oh yeah. Well, I gotta keep you guys on your toes. Let's see here. Like just pure water. It's just a bucket of water. Cleans off your status effects. I've already done kind of bubbles as the defense scrubber for reducing defense of an enemy. But for cleaning your own status effects off, After Image is a fun card. That's it's a power for the Silent, where when you have the power on, which I think it only costs like 1 energy to use the power, and that keeps it on for the rest of the fight. Every time you play a card, you get 1 block, which works really well for most strategies on Silent, which is usually about generating lots of zero-cost cards. A pill, like a single big capsule pill, and call it like cure-all. Let's go with that. Let's go with big medicine. Yeah, a big Dr. Mario pill, basically. Target. It's just for yourself, I think. Well, Is it for one? Or is it for the entire team? The entire team feels powerful. But then again, you are spending a turn to use it. You have to spell it. Il piantissimo. What a weird character. He's just a guy. Just a human guy. I'm gonna say it only affects a single unit. It could get very powerful otherwise. As seen in Odyssey. But like, he wasn't even photorealistic kind of guy like in Odyssey. He was a Mario proportioned guy. With, if memory serves, a big nose like Mario. He was like... You never see Marios around. It's just him and Luigi, and I guess Wario, and I guess Waluigi is one as well. The other people. It's really weird. We need to draw a big pill. We're gonna say it's expensive. It's not really that valuable, I don't feel like. It's not really that valuable, is it? It's just that it's not available in the shop. Let's make it cheap then. All wearing business suits. Combat action is we're gonna use cure-all item. Out of combat does nothing. You have it because status effects don't exist outside of combat. So this is going to be just in battle. All right, so now we jump over to our battle moves. Okay, boy, use Scarecrow is a big function. I want it to be similar to Defense Scrubber. There we go. Use Cure All Items. Consists of an action. What does it do? I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. I guess let's draw it next. Like, what? Yeah. It's like, what are you doing here? Is this the plot of Super Mario Brothers? The original movie? Okay. I'm gonna put this over here with our items that aren't the foods. Man, I saw the Super Mario Brothers movie in theaters when I was like, I don't know, a young child. Kirby Avalanche, I think it's like kind of a puzzle game. Like a puzzle arcade. Pretty good, right there. Simple as that. Matching bubbles. It was very of its time. Just a wacky adventure with just a comedy adventure. It's weird. It's weird. Okay. John Leguizamo was there. It's true. They got him. They got John Leguizamo. That looks like a cigarette, that color. Don't want that. There we go, that might be good right there. I like it. Oh yes, thank you. Beautiful. Oh, clever. Then we want a little bit of a shine on it here. Perfect.
All right. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks fine. So it's gonna be 10 more than Scarecrow. So item index 66. Okay. What does it look like when you use it, though? Apply status effect. Just instant apply status effect here. Similar to that. So it's just going to be status effect. Target is you. Potency. Oh wait, no, it's not apply status effect. It clears status effect. Oh, it's gonna be something completely different. Okay. Let's go to our status effect directory. We need a... We don't need a drawing pad anymore. Bullet William. So next, we need to actually know which status effects are positive and which are negative. So we're going to add an is positive to all the good status effects, which is cash grab, yes. Defense up, yes. Power up, yep. Health regen, definitely. Energy regen, you bet. Revive, absolutely. Haste, yep. And that's it. The other ones are going to get is positive false, like defense down, confusion, stop, freeze, and stuck. Lemmy Koopa. Classic Lemmy. Man, I haven't played Mario Maker in forever. Okay, so we need a move. I guess an action. I guess this will be on the unit itself, maybe. Yeah, we can decrement potency of an individual effect. So it's going to be similar to this. So we're going to have a new function called decrement or cure ill effects. And we're going to pass in a potency amount. Let me have it. Let me have it. Hello, GQ. And so what this is going to do is for, guess I in range potency. Sure. Well, this decreases it by 1. We do this. We do this, and then if it's less than or equal to 0, then potency equals 0. That should work. Tops. Wait, did you say 6%? Oh my gosh. That's a very specific amount. It's no accident that the first thing in the tutorial zone is a big 6 on the wall. Forsaken Fortress is an okay dungeon. It's an okay dungeon. It's very different. I like the combat in Wind Waker. I like the little, like, basically the quick time events in Wind Waker. They feel fun and powerful. And I genuinely believe that Twilight Princess did a good job of iterating on that. And then the player comes along. So let's see. We're gonna take all the status effects that are on you. We're gonna say var ill effects equals status effects, and filter those to where e dot is positive or is not positive. And then for ill effect in ill effects dot effect decrement potency of ill effect dot effect by potency. And that should do it. Oh, finally. Good, GQ. Earth Day adjacent. That's not long. That's like 2 weeks. What's nonsense about watching a couple of... Exactly. 2 classic films is not nonsense at all. All right, so that's going to be on the unit itself. I'm sure he would love that. He loves nonsense. So now instead we're going to do u dot cure ill effects by 3. And then we need some kind of blah, 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 blah. Target in targets. Something like this. Battle actions has an execute, right? So it does need to return true at the end of it. That's an important thing for it to happen correctly with the bindings. Target dot bind with 3. Okay, so that's not necessary. And we could do this. Throw this in the middle. Get rid of these. Oh. No, that's probably fine. Okay, so we're not going to play bubbles. But we do need to create a, like, healing effect. Can you hear Hovercat? She's like, right next to me. She's, like, right behind my monitor. He loves getting shuttered.
Howdy Hovercat.
Willow and Mac both say hello. And the awesome 3 digits on the back. So yeah, we need to make something similar to this. So that's our bubble effect. Oh, why are we in wireframe mode? Okay, so we need to do something similar to this, but for someone getting cured of illness. Hey, Imp. So we're basically going to copy this. I guess this falls under attacks. Duplicate and call this Cure All. Cure effect. All right, so let's make a cure effect. So we're gonna have our own cool effect here. Imperative just I've always felt like these items are such it feels like a waste of a turn sometimes. It's like I'd rather just get through the battle quicker. But for very specific battles, this will probably be very useful, good to have. What is the effect going to be? Vape of some, like geometric or spheres, little spherical bubbles. We could do spheres. Wow, there it is. Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could do. That's weird that you can do that, but okay. Little bubbles. Everyone loves side effects of things. Whoop, there they go. So let's have them go up. And let's have them spawn in a ring. Oh gosh, here come the lizards. Mission ring height, mission ring radius, mission ring inner radius. Do that. Okay. And let's allow for use. Okay, how does this work? Material, new material, and then albedo. You have to say no. You put it in vertex color. Use as albedo, And then that lets us set the color from the process material. So display, color curve, color ramp. This gives us our random set of colors that it will choose from. So let's have some bluish and greenish and pink. Oh, wait, no, this is by age. Why is that the case? Oh, wait, because we need the spawn. No, we don't. Initial ramp. That's the one. So I go for copy, paste, clear that. There we go. Now we got a colorful arrangement of colors. Boom. A lizard blizzard. And next we'll say the scale over time. Wait, that's not over time at all, is it? It's just the arrangement. It's just whatever it is. What do we do scale over time? What do we do scale over time? I mean, I guess scale over velocity would technically work just as well. Lizard blizzard! What am I doing here? What do I even think I'm doing here? It's certainly interesting. Oh, that's minimum speed. Oh. I assume, maybe. Whoa. No, see, that's fading out as it gets faster, which is the opposite of what I would expect this to do. Scale over velocity. What? How does that work? Scales each particle based on its velocity. But here it's very fast and yet tiny. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Nope. I don't know at all. Okay, get rid of this. How do I scale over time? Oh, this does work now. It just wasn't a moment ago. I don't think these should be shaded. I think this should be unshaded. Yeah. And then let's deal with the color a little bit more. Color curve, let's make that a little bit of a deeper colors. Now it's a party. Yeah, I love it. And then let's reduce the amount. Let's do one shot. Go. Burst needs to be explosiveness 1. They just all spawn at once. And then they're just gone. Wait, where are they now? Oh, let's speed this up then. Okay, that's something. Yeah, that looks all right. And then I think that's it. That's our cure effect. Sure. So use cure all item uses the cure effect. And it will create the sprite at the position right on them. More lizards? Heck yeah. A sound. Let's just make something in beatbox, I guess. Something like that. Make it faster. Then this one goes up a little bit. Now we're talking. Perfect. That'll work. Let's make sure to save that in our folder. So we don't lose it. Export song as cure all. Throw that into sound effects. And now in battle moves, play sound cure all.
Dobbs, are you a parking ticket? Because you've got fine written all over you.
Oh, don't I know it? Alright, so we want our cure all. Next, we want this tree to give us that item. Boom. It is done? Maybe? Okay, we need to test the item drop and that the item works. Both important things. Boom. There it is. All right, now let's go get in a fight. All right, now we need to get a status effect on us. I mean, I guess that's one. I'll take it. Oh, but I can't use it because I've got that status effect. At least I can still defend. Okay, now I can use it. Use it on cat. Wow. 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 It's not E dot is positive, it's E dot effect dot is positive. How big was that? Give me a pig for scale. Doesn't seem quite right. All right, we're gonna put it on Dabble full time. Why is it so big? Why is it so big? I am chaos. Why is it so big? Cure effect. Let's check the scale over velocity. Okay, that's better. And then scale itself. I need to decrease the size of the spawn ring. To like around half. That's better. That was a bop. That's from GameCube's very special keyboard. All right, remove it from the player. This should be fine. We change it back to one shot. Let's get into a fight again. All right. No. Come on. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. There we go. Nice. Right, he hit me with double. Ooh. Well, well, well. Okay. Cure all on cat. Okay, a few things wrong there. A few notable problems. Item directory. The index was wrong. And the location of the effect went on to the source actor instead of the target actor. So that's fixed. Target actor thing is fixed. Item directory, icons. Oh, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, hang on now. What's up with that? What's up with that? Get hold item above. Oh. There we go. Fixed. All right, cool. New item. Should double status effect be possible? What? Getting getting the stuck effect at potency level 2? Level 2 stuck is very possible. It's very likely you'll encounter that in your first chapter. Almost every status effect allows potencies. The higher the potency, the more of an effect the status effect has. Stuck will block out a number of items from your menu based on the potency. If you have potency level 1 stuck, then it's 1 item stuck, 1 item available. 1 item stuck, 1 item available. If you have level 2 potency, it's 2 items stuck, 1 item available, 2 items stuck, 1 item available. So let's get that added in here. That is cure all item added. Check that code in and remove it from the, well, don't remove it from the to-do list, but mark it done in the to-do list. All right. And now we have a mere 22 items left in this to-do list. Let's add a little boat dock. Add a little boat dock to room E. It's not going to be functional. It's mostly just going to be some planks of wood. How's this look? Honestly, were it not for the fence post, this would probably be great. So I'm actually going to duplicate this scene. And call it dock. Blowing through that list. I mean, not as fast as I need to be. Alright, so dock. What's up, dock? Collision. We do not need... Okay, we do need that. We don't need this collision or this collision, so those two are gone. And we do want that, but we also want these a little bit higher and with their own colliders, I would say. Oh wait, I can just do mesh, create collision shape. plop it in here. Wait, why are you giving me non-uniformly scaled? What? Who's not uniformly scaled? Are you not uniformly scaled? Oh, you're not. Okay. All right, well then, yeah, that collision shape's out. We'll just have to duplicate you, and we'll eyeball it. Honestly, don't need it all the way down here. Perfect. What are you? What are you? Shoot. Got me again. Make unique. Make unique. All right. And we're good. Chicken jockey. Hey, did you hear they added lava chicken to Minecraft? Did you hear? That's nice. That's a nice little dock there. And copper stuff, yeah. Copper just did not have a lot of uses, unfortunately. I don't love this as it stands. Let's work on this dock a little bit more here. This. Duplicate. And bring it over to here. So we'd have like a rainbow road. Okay with this. That's all right. You know what? Let's move it into here. Makes more sense. And you can just kind of barely see the boards underneath it, and it kind of looks cool, and I like it, and that's it. That's all it takes. They're already like Mario Kart. So true. Man, I really like the fact that Mario Kart World introduces the fact that there's just commuters just trying to live in the world of Mario Kart. It's like some poor Goomba is driving to his day job, where he's like an actuary or something. We do want this to be a little bit higher. Oh, too high. Too high. Cat, what are you doing? I need to maybe make Cat not jump on my head. These are the ones that is a good point. Cat, for that you have to be punished. Yes. Captain needs to stop that. Maybe. There's a few things that I'm a little nitpicky about that every time I see it, I'm like, I don't like that. For instance, when you are moving straight away from the camera, it's like, wait, I can't see the player. I can't see the main player of the game. It's like, this is fine, but like when I'm over here, she's doing exactly what I told her to do, which is to go towards the player if you get too far from the player. So it would be really awkward to say, go towards a point that's slightly to the left of the player. It's like, maybe? I don't know. It's not quite. Yeah, part of me is like, anytime a conversation starts, it feels like she should scoot out of the way. Snorlax? I mean, yeah. He's a big boy. He's a blobby boy. Okay, got that one done. Boat dock. Oh, right. There was one more thing on the to-do list before I mark this as done. A boat. We have a boat. Let's change the name of this to dock. And we're gonna add a boat. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Because if I put it in the water, it's gonna want to render as though it has, as though, How do I make that work? I have an idea. Okay, the water. Let's make it a CSG box. Not sure how I managed that. I don't know how this happened. Cool, 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 cool. Now, will this work? Will this work? Well, seems to be working. I think that works. And now... is there any way this will work? Wait, what? Size looks good. Transform is... okay, it's fine. Okay, transform, rotate on x-axis 90 degrees. Well, the water is not a physical thing. It's just numbers. So it would actually be very complicated to try to tell it to avoid water. So instead, we're going to cheat. There we go. That'll work. So what I've done here is just made a hole in the water. So as long as I just very gently make this bob back and forth, then we're in good shape. Okay, skipping those math classes. Okay, so I think what I can do here is make a character body. Then make a collision shape. We go here. What do you not like? It will likely not behave well for character body 3D. Could I make a simplified convex? Non-uniformly scaled. It is uniformly scaled, isn't it? Oh, it's not. Huh. That's weird. Oh, because I guess this wasn't. Well, we're gonna see what happens with it. Oh, I could do a CSG. Maybe. Can we move a CSG around, and is that okay? I don't think that's okay for its collision shape. Let's see here. Godot, CSG shape, collision, character body. Is that okay? that a thing that works? I don't know. See, now I'm not sure. Now I'm just not sure. Okay, so we want to do a boat rotation on the y-axis. Nope, on the z-axis of 3 degrees to 3 degrees. And then animation player speed 0.5. Let's see if this works. It's completely unnecessary to have you jump into this boat. I just thought it would look kind of cool if you were allowed to do that. Doesn't go anywhere, doesn't do anything. But if there's a boat in the water, I kind of want to try jumping in it to see if that does anything. Well, that does seem to work. The convexity is a little bit silly looking as it stands. But we could get around that with some slight tweaks to the boat itself. By adding just some mesh to it. No. Make it a CSG. Why not? Make it a polygon. Alright, so start with this. Scale it down pretty severely. Why does it... It should not do that. That's weird. Why does it do that? X scale, Y scale, Z scale. Huh. Something weird was going on. There we go. Just put some wood texture on it. Doesn't need any hitbox. It's already got the hitbox from the CSG shape, or from the convex hole. Now we've got a little boat dock and a little boat, and we can just sit on it. Why is the boat here? Doesn't really matter. Let's move the boat. Oop, nope. Gotta move these two things together. They are linked forever. What half-sunk boat? This isn't a half-sunk boat. This is a fully floating boat. It just needs to be a little bit higher up is all. Okay, but then that would reveal the hole in the water. Wait, it doesn't, we don't need the hole in the water anymore, do we? Oh, Chip! Oops. Chip. Oh, well, yeah, now that's a problem. Oh, no, that's fine. Hello, welcome in, everyone. I'm Dobbs. I'm making Paper Robot, the best game in the world. Thank you for that follow. All follows are anonymous. This is my Paper-like game that I've been working on for about a year now. And we're just adding more details and more stuff, more content. That's what people want these days, is content. There we go. That looks a little bit nicer. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the fact that it's got a flat top right now. That's just the way it is. And the fact that Cat fell into the water on what should have been a really easy jump. If you ever played Paper Mario, the old Paper Marios, this is like that. But better because I made it, and therefore that's all it takes. Thanks, Goo. I've got a big to-do list because we've had some initial testing going on with some of the people from my community viewers. And so they have been finding issues and a handful of soft locks that I didn't know about. So we've been getting those patched up and new features and little tidbits added, like this boat dock that wasn't on the list. That was just, I feel like we need a boat dock with a boat because we've got all this water in this part of the world. It would just make sense. Oh yeah, it doesn't like that, does it? Oh, well, wait, what was that? Okay, make sure that's not null, apparently. Good to know. Yeah, it really is, because I play a certain way. But it wasn't just for looking for major bugs. It was looking for people getting stuck on puzzles that I think are super easy. It's like, not everyone is going to think that. And that was an important thing. Like, I recognize I'm going to have blind spots on the puzzles. If I say, oh, well, yeah, it's easy. You just need to do this and do this and do this. Someone else might not get that. And that's fine. That's important. That's important to know. You know, is this like completely opaque? That was really all it was. It's just making sure I understood what things needed to be tweaked. So far I have a demo that is not publicly available yet, that covers all of Chapter 1. Again, for the 1,000-Year Door analog. This is everything from the end of the prologue up until the end of the first major boss. That whole section is done. It works. It's feature complete. Yeah, it's a good solid vertical slice. My intention is to also finish the prologue of the game, which means lots of tutorials stuff, and lots of new areas in the game. Most of the areas in the game so far have been either... Oh, why is this up? Why is this so high up? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you so far up? Go back down. Why are you guys so far up? Why are you the way you are? What's happening? All right, well, I mean, it works. Anyway, most of the areas in the first part of the game are these kind of very, greens area, and then we've got this cave interior, which is kind of like our mini dungeon for chapter 1. And then the whole thing ends in a big fortress. Not a castle per se, but and then we got these kind of industrial areas that are part of chapter 1. So all in all, chapter 1 goes through a lot of different areas, which I like. And I'm finding that's going to be really difficult to do like 6 more times. The prologue, on the other hand, is mostly going to be all centered around like the main city, the main hub city here, which is a work in progress. It needs a little bit of love. 6. But it's coming along. We got all kinds of fun little characters. And there's this guy. He doesn't really have a story, but these guys at least do. So yeah, we're getting there. Got little places to go and people to see. This whole top area needs so much stuff added into it, though. So yeah, prologue is going to be this area, some back platforming zones and required fights, and then the actual main city center, which is all of this is the infrastructure to some ancient legendary machine that would grant wishes, effectively. The Dream Machine. And so we're gonna have this nice little area. I need to get a nice stormy effect going on, because it's gonna be raining when the game starts. We'll have this area, and then that's going to go into this new area that I've just got working, which I think looks pretty nice. This is your main. This is where you come between each chapter to kind of get a little bit of plot and move things along. You got to bring the magical MacGuffins. You know how it is with RPGs. So yeah, this pig is a placeholder. I just needed a pig for scale. Oh, also, I'm gonna have a cool little animation with the little gear dais here. RPGs are easy to make. RPGs are fun to balance, they said. You know what? Balance-wise, I feel a lot better about this subgenre of RPGs than, say, any other RPG. Because this is one of the mainstay, one of the core tenets of this little micro genre is low damage numbers. At the start of these games, you're dealing 2 damage per turn, and towards the end, a really big turn, maybe you can get out a 20 if you spend some resources. Interchangeable. I haven't finished the second partner because you won't get him until chapter 2. But if I edit some things here, then I should be able to. There we go. There's Leon. Bang. Bang. He doesn't have any noises yet. But that will totally be his noise. Can he grab these guys? I actually don't know if he can grab these guys or not. Oh, yep. Oh, that's a bug waiting to happen.
Oh, nice. Pulled him out of the mud. All right, we need to work on these action commands and adding more things. Yeah, I know you don't work. I haven't pulled him out of retirement in a while, so he's still a little busted. He was working at one point. The idea is it's going to be kind of like a hook shot equivalent for his field movement. So with his tongue, he can like stick on to certain entities in the world and then pull you and him towards it for crossing small gaps, that kind of thing. All right. Let's see here. We got the boat dock. So make sure that that is done. Checked into Git. Next up, button icons for action commands. Okay, this is fine. We do need to do this. This is important. All right. Battle action commands. So for those not familiar, in these old Paper Mario games, and some similar types of games, attacks will have little micro games attached to them, and success means you do more damage, or in some way the attack is more successful. So we are working on trying to, let's see here, make those a little bit more. Boolean, thank you for the raid. Boolean, very much appreciated. You heading to bed? Oh no, that's for me. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I'll watch out. I received a gift. Boolean, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. I'm Dobbs. I'm a hobbyist game developer. I'm working on a early Paper Mario-like. I've been working on it for about a year. And we're adding new rooms, new items, new moves, all good sorts of good stuff. So popular tonight. I know. It's been great. I see that you were working on software and game development as well. So what kind of stuff do you work on? My ear. Been wearing headphones too long. Unless of course you got a raid and run, in which case totally understand. But I do like to talk projects. All right, so let's see here. Right, the thing that we need to work on, the next major piece that we want to improve, is these little action commands that you do in a battle, like this one. We want to make sure these buttons always line up to whatever is actually bound to the key. So for instance, if you're using controller, this needs to show you the control stick. If you're using keyboard, it needs to show you whichever actual keyboard button aligns to the action. So right now it's A, but if I rebound it to something else, I want it to show me a different button. And right now, that's the only move that we've revamped so far. So this one, for instance, just shows a generic icon that we drew a long time ago. We need to change that. We need to change that to be bound to, I guess, spacebar in this case. So we're gonna do that. Nothing to show off. Currently in the very early stages of a turn-based, grid-based survival game. Oh, okay. I can think off the top of my head, there is one game that comes to mind with that combination of traits for a game, and I don't know if this was in any way popular or if it was like really niche. Because I think I found it with Stumble Upon, which may date it a bit. Because that would have been like 15 years ago. I think it was a web-based game called Wayward. Let me see here. Wayward game? Oh, it's on Steam now. New and improved. Wilderness survival roguelike game. Turn-based, top-down wilderness survival created in HTML5. I do remember it being HTML5. Okay, it was out in 2013, so that would have been 12 years ago. I did not know they were on Steam now. That's pretty exciting. The main thing I remember about it is that it was almost completely incomprehensible what you were meant to be doing. But it was very interesting because every item that you would get was not just a ingredient in a recipe. It was based on traits the item had. So for instance, if you collected a bit of vine, that would have the string trait and the vegetation trait. And so that meant that, well, for making rope, you need 3 string-like items. So that could be vine, 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 or it could be vine, string, vine. Anything with those traits would work for the recipe. It was mostly things like that, of like trying to figure out what you need and what resources you could gather that would work for the things you wanted. It was brutal. I remember it being very hard to figure out what to do, which at the time that was kind of fun because that was like in the days of like old Minecraft where you didn't have the recipe book or even the wiki. And I remember like just trying things, be like, okay, I put 5 pieces of wood together and now I have what looks like, what is this, a trough? What am I looking at here? It was a boat, apparently. I had no idea. The game didn't tell me it was a boat. Anyway, just some fun memories of old games from years ago. Action commands. That's what we're doing. Action commands, gear spin. Let's work on this one. So let's close these. So we got a little bit of room here. Bring up gear spin, and let's bring up the spanner, which is actually this one. Not going for brutal, but want it to be something the player has to discover. I like that. I like that. Forever Awesome. That is on the box art, I'm pretty sure. And we'll pull up the battle scene, so we've got this available, so we can jump back into it. What are you building in, Boolean? Unity, Godot, HTML5? I mean, I've made a lot of stuff in JavaScript, and it is a reasonable approach. Also Godot, nice. Oh, thank you. We will probably end stream pretty soon. Not like immediately, but I need to start thinking about a raid out. Vanilla.js is true GigaChad. I've done a significant amount of pure JavaScript stuff. All right, this is my old, let's call it portfolio. Okay, Pixelians is when I started working in JavaScript. That's pure JavaScript. Gerbil Tales, full JavaScript, completely vanilla, no TypeScript. Shapedrifter, yes. Zombie City was made with Scrolling Game Development Kit, so that one's not. That was made with 3JS. That's not much of anything. That's TypeScript. This is where I started experimenting with TypeScript. But a lot of this was just completely pure. Oh man, I never got to use this really. This was a fun idea and I never got to use it. bingo board for Smash Brothers, and the rule idea was that you basically go in and like you choose your character on online mode with a friend, and then whoever wins the round gets to claim the character that they won with, and so you could, you know, mark it as, you know, oh, well, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one. Oh, I'm going for the block, so I gotta pick Pit. And that was the idea. Never really got to use it that much, but it was a fun idea. Was Moonrover vanilla? Moonrover was vanilla JavaScript. Man. Well, okay. The current state of web dev. That's a loaded statement, if ever there was one. Back around November, already shelves. Hey, honestly, that's good. That's good because that means you've got experience with two completely different projects built from the ground up, and hopefully on each of those you've run into major architectural problems so that you've learned what not to do. Because that's what I keep running into, is being like, I guess this will work. And then I get like a month down the road and I'm like, this will not work. I need to undo all of this. All right. So we want a hint button. We give it an action name. A should Fulbright when matched? No. How does that work? How does should Fulbright when matched work? Okay, we just don't bother. Okay, the is even stuff. There is a certain type of development strategy that basically goes off the idea that you should never have to write any code. You should only be plugging things into other things. And it's very silly. It is very silly. I love vanilla JavaScript. I love TypeScript. I hate working with packages. No code. Well, okay, so that's maybe a bit of an exaggeration. No code as in no logical instruction. Like, if I need to, I don't know. Okay, let's take this as an example. I've got a web page that you type in a date, and then I tell you how many days until that date, or something like that. You would think that would be easy, but it gets hard because, well, what about time zones? What about daylight savings time? What about et cetera, et cetera? Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Got another present. It's a star. I love it. I'm getting a big pile of presents here. So it turns out calculating how many days until New Year's, let's say, is a difficult problem. So developers will commonly approach some of these problems, be like, that's easy. It's such and such day minus today's date, done. And then you run into problems like, oh, whoops, oh, I didn't think about this, I didn't think about that. And so you start to get in this mindset of, if there is a solution that someone has already built, use that and assume that they figured out all this weird stuff. Leap years, leap seconds. But yeah, that's the philosophy is, okay, yes, I will grab the user's date that they put in, but I'm not going to do the calculation. I'm going to download a library that does this for me. And that's okay for the weird problems that are complicated. But the flip side is you end up with downloading a lot of code onto your build
that you don't really need. It's like, okay, great. Now you have the code that pretty flawlessly calculates this number correctly, but it can also do a million other things that you're never going to need for your project. And so you've got this bloat. And that's a problem. That's a bit of a problem. I don't think we should get into this tonight. I need to end a little bit early. Who can we go visit tonight? Oh, Imp is doing dev again. Imp is back again. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna call it for the night. Have a good night, Boolean. Thank you again for the raid. Very much appreciated. Good luck with your project. Third time's the charm. I've been putting this one off for years because I didn't think my skill set was up to snuff. And now I finally have enough experience with an actual engine. I'm like, all right, I'm doing it for real. And now we're a year into it, out of maybe 4 more to go. So we'll see. All right, let's go over to Imp, who is back on the wagon, doing the game dev stuff. He's getting into Godot. So we're gonna do it. Much appreciated. Everyone, thank you for hanging out tonight. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for the follows we got. A lot of lizard parties. Yeah, we will be back on... Ooh, well, Friday is the 4th. I don't know what's going to happen Friday, but we'll see. Just be prepared for anything. We'll definitely be back by Sunday. And maybe we'll have Hovercat on again for Hovercat Sunday. I need to think of more things that we can do with Hovercat. One for the road. Good idea. Everyone hit Imp with the Dobbs W dance if you got it, and the Dino dance if you don't. We're gonna dance our way into his stream. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you next time.